Hey, what's up? Leetcode 3634, minimum removals to balance array. You're given an integer array nums and an integer k. An array is considered balanced if the value of its maximum element is at most k times the minimum element. You may remove any number of elements from nums without making it empty. Return the minimum number of elements to remove so that the remaining array is balanced. To note, an array of size 1 is considered balanced as its maximum and minimum are equal, and the condition always holds true. So, length 1 is always good. So, all right. So if length of nums equals 0, equals 1, then return 0. That's what I meant. Yeah. So nums dot sort. Okay, so if nums of 0 is at most k times at most. All right, these are the cases where we don't have to do anything. Okay, otherwise we're going to take from the left or we're going to take from the right, but then we may have to also take from the other side to make it fit. There might be a little bit of redundancy in that. If it is overwhelmingly obvious to everybody else that you strictly only need to take from one side or the other, that's not clear to me. Because I can envision a scenario where there's one outlier on the left and one outlier on the far right, and then everything else fits perfectly with thousands of elements. So that tells me that you might have to take from both sides. So let's try leading with the left. Lead with left. Okay, so we're going to have double counter. Yeah, J is going to be how far it is allowed to go. So now hold on. For I in range. In range what? In range, well, length nums. Alright, and this is going to be the leftmost acceptable object, except we've already ruled out 0. Well, whatever. J equals max Ji, right? Okay, so maximum acceptable value is going to be k times nums of I, right? Okay, and then while J is less than length of nums, and now what happens if it goes to length of nums? That means that anything is acceptable, right? We want it to be an actual value, though. So while J is that's the same thing. Okay, and nums of J. And nums of J is lesser than or equal to maximum acceptable value. Then we're going to have J plus equals 1. Now, if J equals length of nums, then that means that it went off the edge, and we need to correct it. Maybe there's a more elegant way of doing that, but this works. Actually, I don't know if we need to do a second pass. I think that this might be sufficient. If we simply force the leftmost value and then calculate what the biggest rightmost value is, that might work. So, removals, obviously I, and then length of nums minus 1 minus j. Is that right? Yeah, because the bigger j is, the lower nums is. And so we're going to say best equals min, removals, best, return best. I thought, when I was first looking at this, I thought I was going to have to go both directions. Uh-oh, that ain't good. All right. Okay, so clearly this thinks that removals if removals equals 0, then print. Wait. This always goes one too far. Because this breaks when the condition is violated. Right? Alright. So if nums of 0. Well, let's see. Print I, comma j, nums I, nums j, minimum acceptable value removals. Interesting. So it never even makes it to here? Then where is the 0 coming from? Here? Nums of 0 times 2. Oh my god. Did I screw up down here too? No. No, I don't think so. Alright. Let's see if that does it. Woohoo! Alright, see ya.